exciting week it's been. New album, things all good. Everything going good in your world, my friend.
It's going good. It's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm trying to keep keep doing what I do in the meantime.
That's what it is. You're rocking the Motley Crue "Too Fast for Love" shirt today. My favorite Motley Crue album,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, really? Hmm.
Yours as well.
It changes every
It
now and
does.
then. But I'm a big fan of Shout at the Devil and Theater.
Yeah, Theater gets too much hate.
Yeah.
I love Pain.
Underrated album.
I actually love it. Yeah. So this summer, you guys are playing Sweden Rock coming up here in just a few weeks. What does that festival
Yes.
mean to you guys as a Swedish band that has stayed the course, that has been there, you've played it before, and then coming up here to kind of unveil a lot of songs, I assume, from the new album, and to really be able to bring
Yeah.
that to the Sweden Rock audience? That'll be awesome.
Yeah. It's gonna be a really cool show. We're gonna step up on that show, and we're probably gonna have a few bombs and fire and stuff, and play a lot from the new album. Uh, and of course, it's kind of like the biggest thing you can do as a Swedish band, you know. Um, and yeah, of course, it means a lot. And I think I'm the only member that has played there before,
Yeah.
so it's pretty big for John, Chris, and Michael.
Yeah, you'll have to get them ready for that show. That's going to be an
Yeah.
incredible experience. And, I'm just so proud of this band, Martin, because this is a band that I'll never forget discovering Crashdiet. It was, around 2007. I'm just like going through YouTube. I'm trying to find new music, something to connect to. I'm such an old school rock guy.
Mm.
Just this, and I'm only 42. So like I grew up, on the tail end of that. And so I'm trying to find something. I never will forget finding the video for, Riot and Everyone, and it just like changed everything. I was like, there's bands that play this kind of and it just like blew my mind. So now, I think May 20th, it'll be 21 years since that album came out. So, what do you
Yeah.
think that album mean to kind of you personally, and just this band's legacy? And it's the album that kind of started everything for you guys, right?
You mean the Unattractive Revolution, or
No, I
which
mean,
album?
Rest in Sleaze.
Rest in
With
Sleeze, yeah.
yes,
Yeah, that started everything for us. It really like blew up quite quick, you know. And it's we got a lot of help from our record company. Like those were the last days where bands actually got pushed properly by a record company. So they played us on radio, on TV, and we did all these TV shows, and we played all over Sweden like every weekend. I think we did 52 shows in Sweden
wow.
that in 2005. So it was crazy.
Well, here we are, 2026, and the new one. I want to talk about it. It is Art of
Mm.
Chaos. Absolutely love the cover. As someone that like
Yes.
still gets into cover artwork, I've always looked to that first. So love the cover, and kind of emblematic of what the album is. It is loud. It's in your face. It is aggressive. Just kind of talk about this. It's a bit kind of an album 4 years in the making for you guys, and kind of with the new lineup, the new singer, and everything. So talk about this album, what the feedback's been like so far. It just came out a couple days ago. So to me,
Hmm.
thumbs up. What a great album this is. I think it was some of your best work in many years. I think since Rust, for sure.
Cool. Yeah, I think the feedback has been really good, you know. Uh, we've obviously gone back to our roots a bit and become a bit more sleazier than on the last album. Like it's a bit more rough, and John's voice is kind of more raspy, and it just uh, he kind of
Yeah.
set the tone for what direction we wanted to take. Because his voice is more like old school Crash Diet.
Yeah.
So that's why the Art of Chaos took that direction. But we've been writing songs uh, on and off since 2023. Um, and there's been lineup changes, and then we've, written more songs. And up until last year in May, we wrote the last couple of songs. So it's really spread out.
Yeah, and you've released videos, and
Mm,
I, Love Blind is one that just came out a couple weeks ago. The video for that, which is tremendous, and I love getting back
yeah.
to. I love having like a ballad type, slower tempo song in there to kind of mix in. That sort of just takes me back to the early Crashdiet days, and I think this album's tremendous. And you talked about John and what he brings to the band. Just talk about him, his vocal style. You talked about kind of being kind of a throwback. What has he meant
Yeah.
to this band, and his vocal style? I think he's a tremendous fit. Do you feel like just kind of the lineup is solidified at this point? Do you feel good about where things are with just the lineup right now?
Yeah, it turned out really good, you know. John was like the first call I did to him. I was in panic, like we need a singer to finalize the shows, because we had shows booked, but we had no singer. And he was like, I'll try. Let's try and rehearse. And the chemistry has been really good with him, and we just evolved it from there and started trying recording his vocals on the songs that we had, and it really felt good. um yeah, was that the answer to your
Yep,
question?
absolutely. Yeah, and I love his. I'm a huge fan of his. Martin, for you, has there ever been a point through this process where you thought that I can't hold this together anymore? We can't continue. You've had so much adversity. This band is notorious for the adversity you've had to go through, from lineup changes to
Mm,
deaths, all the things. Was there ever a
mm.
point where you said we can't do this? I can't do this. You're one of the founding members that you thought that this could continue.
Well, honestly, I kind of felt that way when both Eric and Gabriel had left the band, you know. I was like,
Yeah,
uh obviously my brother is drummer, but it felt kind of lonely there for a while. And if John didn't respond to my you know, messages messages, I don't know how much I would cope
yeah.
actually. So there was some darkness there, but somehow the universe turns us to the right direction. I don't know. It's strange, really.
It is. I'm very, very thankful for that. And this is goes back because you guys did a US tour back in 2013, and with Crucified Barbara. And so I'm just gonna bring up a
Mm.
little blast from the past. This is You and Me
Oh,
from
really?
Kansas City and Crucified Barbara in 2013. And I just come back to that moment because never thinking that, so many of the Swedish bands that I really love and still do, from Hardcore Superstar, to Crazy Licks. You never get to see these bands play in America, but you guys got to do that. What are your memories of that tour coming to do America? And is that something that you guys think that you could ever pull off again? I know that's so difficult with visas and traveling and
Mm.
costs. I mean, is that something you guys could ever plan on again?
Uh, we've been trying for years.
Yeah.
But yeah, the visa thing is a big issue. But now that my brother's in the band and we're both American, my dad's American, so we have
Oh,
passports. So we only have half the cost there for the visas. But I mean, the issue now is that we can't be away for that long a period at this time because we all have like kids. Like we're all dads. Oh,
yeah,
not Chris. Uh, so doing a 5 week in US, it's impossible. But we're working on doing like a short visit, just a couple of gigs,
sure.
so we don't have to be away so long. But
Well,
yeah, we're looking into it, and we've gotten some offers, but we haven't seen the right one just yet.
so I didn't realize that your dad was American. So were you born in America or were you born in Sweden?
Born in Sweden,
You were. Wow. I did not realize
but
that.
my dad grew up in New Mexico.
Wow. Yeah. Well,
So
that I'm what's that been like as you guys are coming up and you're young and hungry, you cultivate this look, this sound, and it's so raw and it's so fresh. And now the evolution of the band, now that you guys talk about, you have kids, you guys have gotten older. What has that been like? Do you feel like that you're kind of in, the place in your life where that you still are hungry for this kind of music? And even though you guys have gotten older and had kids, and how do you kind of stay young at heart and stay hungry to keep releasing this like in your face raw material? It's so awesome, kind of a the yin and yang of life, as so to speak.
yeah, I think somehow when we book a tour, there's always a lot of people showing up. We don't
Yeah,
see any tendencies of you know uh, failure in the
yeah,
crowd. Um, I mean, we did this sold out show in Spain just a few months ago, and it was like crazy, like 500 people screaming at us. And those shows make you wanna, it's an addiction.
it is.
You
It is.
you you need to come out and play. I'll go crazy if I'm home for longer periods of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, and it's the same with the other guys. It's really, when you've been home for too long, you get itchy. You know,
Sure.
you start to question like, why am I here?
Uh, it's funny. People always ask me like, what talk about some bands that are coming out with killer material. Where are they at? And I always say the best American rock is it's coming from Sweden, and I've been saying that for over a decade. How do you feel about that? Kind of having that mantle of like, American rock is so diverse, it's different, but the music that most of us love, that whether it be from the '80s, that the sleaze era, the '80s rock era, whatever you want to call it, like that you guys
Mhm.
are carrying that banner, but yet so many in America haven't got to hear of you guys because there is no like American rock radio. Is
Yeah.
that frustrating to know that it's hard to kind of hit in America, even though that a lot of Americans want to hear this kind of music, but they don't get to hear it as much?
Yeah, it is hard, and the only like um the only way to break in America is to tour your ass off. That's what
Mm,
I've heard,
yeah,
like Ghost did when they just had a bus of a like a strange Swedish band like 15 years ago, but they toured their asses off. Like they always came back to the States, toured, and now they're huge. And I think that's the way to go. But
mm,
maybe when our kids get a little older,
yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah. So,
it's not very nice to our wives to leave them with two crazy kids.
that is very good. That's good. Tobias Forge was in Crash Diet originally, but was he ever in the band with you, or you came in later, right?
No, I came in right after him.
Right.
I replaced him.
You replaced him. Yeah.
So he was. There's this obscure lineup that only lasted for like a year or maybe what, like 18 months. Uh, and then everybody left or got fired. Nobody really knows. But and then Crashdiet started up again with different members.
Yeah.
But I actually met him back then, when I just had taken his place. You know, so that's strange in retrospect.
Maybe you can go take his place again and front Ghost for a while. That
Yeah,
I actually love Ghost. I saw him not long ago.
yeah,
They are great. I love that style because
yeah,
I've always been a visual person. That's why I grew up watching, Motley Crue videos and Kiss and Wasp and these bands. And would that be the same for you? Like, do you think that you were drawn to that kind of music, just kind of the visuals of those kind of bands in the 80s? Like, what was your upbringing when you were young, and kind of what you were listening to? How did you become so
yeah. It's definitely the visual stuff that hooked me like early on. I mean, the whole band are Ghost fans.
Yeah,
At least this lineup. And I don't know if I would be as interesting if it wasn't the whole, image thing and the storyline and, you know, um, but I've been a huge fan of Kiss for most of my life. Makeup on or makeup off. But I
exactly.
mean, it still was an image when with the makeup off, kind of, but they look more like the average glam band
True.
in the 80s. Uh,
And
but yeah, like Wasp, also a huge Wasp fan. And yeah, the theatrical stuff really intrigues me. I think it's just as important as the music.
it, I,
But
I,
they both have to be very good, obviously.
yeah, which is another reason I was drawn to you guys early on. Just I see
Mm,
this band and the imagery, the clothes, the hair, and I remember just a couple discovering other bands. And so, what is it about Sweden and the way you guys grew up? Because we've had Danny from Crazy Lex on this show a bunch of
mm.
times. We talk about Hardcore Superstar. So many of these bands that I'm just such a huge fan of. What is it about Sweden and growing up there that you guys all kind of gravitated towards this style of rock music?
Um, I think we had like um, very few TV channels in the 80s and 90s. We had like we had like Headbangers Ball that
Yep.
they played nighttime, like on Sundays. So you kind of recorded it and went to bed, and then like Monday after school, you like went through 3 hours of Headbangers Ball. Um, but I don't know, and we always had like rehearsal spaces. It was really easy to find a way to gather and like
Mhm.
in a school. That was all it was never like hard to borrow stuff and find a rehearsal space for free almost. Uh, and I think that's why many bands uh, like got were created in the early age.
Oh my gosh, you have a
Hey,
visitor.
yeah, it's my
You
daughter.
oh, you were just talking about, oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's tremendous. Glad to meet
Yeah.
her. Do you have like rivalries with those other bands? Or are you guys all pretty much friends at this point?
Yeah, we're pretty much friends. We just came off that Masters of Rock cruise, and it
Yeah.
was like everyone was there. Crazy Legs, Hardcore Superstar,
Yep.
us, Nestor, who
Yeah.
else? There's a lot of Swedish bands, and we're all like we feel like buddies when we're on the same boat. So I
I
think I don't see any rivalry between any bands
and then the
that I
cruise
know,
was
at
awesome.
least.
Yeah, the cruise looked so cool, and
Yeah,
I think Danny or from Crazy Licks had got seasick or something. They had to postpone
yeah,
one of the shows. That's crazy, and I think they're actually playing that mountain festival here in America in August. So
yeah,
Crazy Licks finds a way to get over here for a couple shows here and there. Um,
yeah.
which is difficult, I know, but that looks like such a blast. I've never done a Monsters of Rock cruise. It's like a bucket list of mine, so I got to do that one of these
Mhm.
times. It looks like a blast.
It is. It is.
No, you don't get seasick though, so I guess you're good.
No, I don't know why.
um, Well, Martin, it's been such a pleasure, man. I know
Mm,
your time is valuable here, and I want to make sure everyone,
mm.
The Art of Chaos, it is out now. You can get it on Spotify, and you can also get the vinyl here, which is a beautiful vinyl for those collectors out there, and the cover is tremendous. Can't wait to see some of these songs as you continue to unveil these, and there's some great singles out there. So, want to make sure everyone goes to the website, which is crashdiet.org. You can get the album there, Martin. It is a
Yeah.
tremendous album. I give you huge props for it. Much success. And I hope I get to see you again. I hope we get to recreate our photos sometime there from 2013 when you guys were in America. We gotta make that happen sometime.
Yeah, we got to. I really we're working on it, so hopefully soon.
Well, best of luck with the album.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
tremendous. I absolutely love it. And best of luck going forward. Have a great tour this summer and on into the fall. I know you're going to be all over Europe. So make sure you go to the website, crashdiet.org. You can check out a date if you're over
Mhm.
in Europe. Thank you so much, my friend. I can't thank you enough for doing it today.
Thank you for having me. It was nice talking to you.
Absolutely. Anytime. Thank you so much,
Mhm.
Martin. Have a great one.
Okay. You too, man.